I just feel so privileged to be here with all of these speakers today. How wonderful. Michelle Terzi is going to be passing around some index cards real quick. I know there are a lot of questions. If you wouldn't mind just scribbling down what you want to say and who you would like us to direct the question to. And in the meantime, I want to remind you that we do have these shirts. Everybody here gets one today. Act Your Wage. I can't wait to wear one myself. And okay. And Pharma software is included in each packet, as well as Esther Sabag's new granola bags are all coming together. So this is very, very nice and all complimentary to all of you today. You know, ladies, really, now is really the time for leadership. Now is really the time for all of us to not only heed all of the words that these women have so lovingly spoken to all of you about today, but to take the advice from your own friends, your own family, your husbands, your peers, and find what is it in you that you can do with yourself to move forward in your life. I have a little hobby that I like to do. Every Sunday morning, I get the New York Times. I don't know if that's a great thing to talk about, but I get the New York Times, and every Sunday there's a whole section. It's fat of the want ads, and I have this hobby. I like to sit at the table every Sunday morning with my cup of coffee. Turns into 2 or 3 cups of coffee, and I like to read all of the want ads. It's something I like to do. It gives me, it just gives me an idea of what's going on in the world. And you cannot believe, you know, I thought of it when you mentioned that it helped you, that you knew Spanish in Florida, that she was able to work and move forward. And let me tell you, many of us here, based on our experiences with our own housekeepers, etc., we all know working Spanish. And we know how to at least get on in the world with the Spanish that we know. And guess what? There are many opportunities out there where you need to know a little Spanish. And right off the top, there's one talent you probably didn't realize has an additional opportunity for you besides telling your housekeeper to mop the floor. There are other opportunities, and you just don't realize. You should sit down a minute, take stock of what you really know how to do. Spanish, of course, is just one of many, many things that all of us can do. And so I know we have some questions. Michelle, can you give it to me? Okay. The first question is for Yvette. Oh, I wanted to also mention that Yvette has also asked that she wanted me to let you know that she's going to have a seminar as well, and we're titling it Continuing the Conversation with Yvette. And so everything that you heard today, she will continue to talk about and inspire us even further. So please don't hesitate to sign up for her seminar outside as well. The first question is for Yvette. Yvette, my husband is coming home from work, upset and worried. What should I be doing?
I think there are so many things that you can do. I think the most important thing is to communicate.
Sit down and talk to your husband.
And ask him what you can do to help him to make things
easier. There are so many things. I mean, I think a lot of the men in our community, it's very difficult for them to sit down and say, well, you know, we have less money to spend. But I think if you, as a woman, open the conversation and make it easy and say, I understand and I want to help. So how can I help you or take some pressure off of you? And what can I do? So really, I think it's definitely communicate. Sit down and talk to him, heart to heart, and tell him you understand business is tough. And I think the other very, very
important thing is to
tell him that you support him, build him up, give him hope and encouragement, and tell him, I believe in you, and I believe that will come through this. Because as I said, hope and encouragement are the catalyst for success. And if you build your husband up, he will be able to go out, find another job, or to get his business on track. I truly believe that.
Okay, thank you so much. I'm going to mix it up a little bit. The next question is for Paula. Paula, do you think the bailout will help the economy? And what does it mean to us, our own bottom line? Does this mean that the governments now own the banks? There's a lot of confusion out there.
There is a lot of confusion everywhere about it. So the short answer is yes. I think it will help the economy. And I think it will help all of us potentially directly and indirectly. Directly, it may help a lot of people in this room because there's going to be things that are going to be happening with mortgage rates and that have already started to happen. So people might have the ability to refinance their mortgages, or potentially people who haven't been able to buy a home may be able to because mortgage rates will probably come down. So that's one tangible way. And generally, what's happening is that a lot of money is being put into the economy to stimulate lending and to stimulate growth, which is missing right now. And that will help us, if not directly, like the mortgage example, it'll help us indirectly because that will get the economy moving again and get people working again and get businesses doing well again.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That clears that up. The next question is for Kim. Kim, I find that since I started working, my kids have gotten more spoiled and don't pitch in as much as before, since now I have help at home so that I can work. How can I get the kids to understand and appreciate how hard my husband and I work? Excellent.
It's a great question. It has to, if the husband and wife work together as a team, and you maybe even include the housekeeper in the team and say what each person's responsibility and roles are, and things are clear and communicated, that's a start. That's a place to start.
Okay, excellent. The next question is for Rachel. Rachel, how can we as parents get through to our older children, ages 20 plus, that we are in a recession now, and to save your money, value your job, and stay afloat?
The short answer to that would be to talk to them about your own experience, what you're going through, what your anxieties might be. Let them know that it's a topic that can be approached, that you're open to it as a family, and that you want to be a part of that topic with them. And maybe share stories of your life when you were in your 20s or when your parents were in their 20s, and maybe you can compare notes. Basically, I would just say make sure that you keep the communication lines open so that they go well.
Okay, thank you so much. The next question is for Yvette, another one. Yvette, sometimes I feel limited in what I can do because of my family obligations. I feel I'm needed at home, and taking time away to pursue a business or career doesn't seem right. What advice do you have?
I think
Every situation is unique. I think each person has to evaluate their own situation. There is a way to juggle family and career. It's all about prioritizing. It's all about being organized. I remember when I first started working, on Sundays I would cook a week's meals for the entire week, to put them in the freezer so that there would be dinner on the table every night. There are so many ways that you can do both.
Okay. Thank you. And I'm sure as you continue your conversation and seminar, you can discuss some of those ideas. Okay, Judy, what are your future plans for your career?
a lot. I don't feel like,
I'm used to microphones here.
There you go.
I'm actually working on a couple of things. I just got an agent for voiceovers. Voiceover work is